Jackson Jr., a 19-year-old rookie, into the fire, baptism by fire this early in his career. It looks like letting him getting started is that's not what I learned at UCLA. I'm excited. What can I say?
Beautiful pass. The Jazz twice previously, both times on the road.
And 3 times they played the Jazz, and we're what, a little over a month into this thing.
Jaron point miss does as well. Conley.
Bucks and Memphis right around 104 points per 100 possessions defensively.
Gasol.
See what the Bucks want to go to after the timeout. That's a pretty limited.
Utah had a highly ranked defense a couple of years ago. Same reason. They played very slow-paced basketball. Lopez, yes. Middleton squares up in the post. Spins and scores against Quer.
Swings in check. Selden here. Marshawn Brooks capable of putting up some big numbers if you allow him. Pocket pass to John on the move. Just couldn't handle it.
Marshawn Brooks.
Pick and pop out to the three-point line. He closed out in a hurry.
Henson tries to get out to Gasol.
The right hand. That was covered. Nice job improvising.
Tough glass.
Until you can get these starters back in on the floor. They're doing a nice job of it.
Yuta Watanabe wears number 12. He's on Ersan Ilyasova. Stays with him.
You can hear some groans from the fans about that early 3 by John Henson, but that's how Coach Budenholzer wants him to play. 4 belong to the other.
Exactly.
The other don't have any.
DiVincenzo, yes. Force.
You see,
Stay with him.
Well, B.J. Bickerstaff, his strategy is use the athleticism.
Giannis.
But if you're a defensive player, that's a smart move. Try and get Giannis into some early foul trouble. Get him out of the game as any way you can.
Pick off that pass. Brogdon, high glass are good.
That's a good touch. I mean, because you're going full speed. That's not an easy shot to finish off. You see him miss a few of those because of the degree of difficulty. Carried this team in the second half of that game.
Lopez says, I can get that back and does.
Elude the length of Giannis.
Giannis sees the help and sees the rim.
Hook, he did a nice little step through to gather and finish with the two-handed flush.
Crowds don't bother him, do they?
Not at all. I mean,
the Bucks have 3. Memphis without a team foul. Conley off the glass.
They make you have to take the game away from them. Nice.
Pat Connaughton able to hold the pivot foot. He was slipping around a little bit. He goes right back at it and scores against
the lefty. Keep him going right.
Mike Conley Spurs. His father did when David Robinson was drafted. Fortuitous. Giannis.
It's off the ball. Some action.
Block shot out of the Kumbo. Bledsoe on the dribble. Ilyasova. He looked at it, cutting Middleton, and the ball is taken away by Memphis. You cannot make mistakes with this pace.
Them clawing their way back into the lead of this game. Opportunity manufactured by the hustle of Pat Connaughton.
Inside down the range on his three-point shooting just yet. 2 for 28 this season. 0 for 2 in this game. Bledsoe drives. Yes. Next Sunday in Denver, the Bucks had 4 players score 20 or more. They're not having that kind of freedom in the game with 4. The Bucks second in the league with 27 points. Got used to early this season. Turnover. Middleton has it. What a pass, Giannis.
Or these fouls of the ticky-tack nature. Chris Middleton goes for a lefty layup that Anderson able to get to.
On this end, Anderson
Not even so much a back screen to get themselves open going to the basket.
Giannis, apenas.
Screen and good catch and finish by Ersan. Wow. At it, showing what he can do.
The Bucks begin with 12 on the shot clock. Malcolm Brogdon to the rack.
DiVincenzo out with that bad knee, and he's been a guy that's been able to make offensive players chase him to the thicket.
Mac 3 of 5 on triples tonight. Wrap around. Chris Middleton stays with it.
Marshall and Malcolm Brogdon on that wedge screen. He's going over the top now. This Mac has hurt him going underneath.
Jaron, 4 minutes in the third quarter. Block shot, time maker.
Now you give Jackson a different look. Nice.
Hey, how about? And we mentioned his pedigree. His father played 13 seasons in the NBA. Connaughton for three.
Just make it clap. Just make it clap.
Nice pass.
Just make it clap.
Giannis lays it in.
By capitalizing on this offensive possession.
Wide open lane. Bledsoe first for the Bucks. Milwaukee closed that third quarter. 13-2. And
it's the momentum building for the Bucks.
Bledsoe. Tie game. Mondays. Bounce pass, Conley. Yes.
Targeted by Conley and tough finish over Giannis.
Conley 6 of 12 from the field, 17 points. Giannis finds a three-point shooter. Sheldon Mack misses. Giannis crosses to the left and he's fouled by Kyle Anderson.
With these Grizzlies who showed a lot of grit and grind themselves.
Tough basket, Connaughton.
Even business, all business.
Speaking of business, that was the Toyota leading scorer.
Run like the Bucks did. You love to see the run, but it's just way too much time for the Grizzlies to regroup. So you got to sustain this effort.
Great point. Middleton's at the scorer's table waiting. Bledsoe picks it off. That'll work. That's the first team foul, so we should make the point. The Bucks have played aggressive defense without fouling.
He's up to 32 minutes, Temple 33 minutes. Kyle Anderson 34. They've been on it for a long time.
Three-pointer Bledsoe
at this point. In terms of who's fresh, who's not, advantage Milwaukee.
We've talked a little bit about the way Mike Budenholzer manages minutes. Drive and let's have a double team on Sheldon Mack. Anderson, bounce pass out to Garrett Temple for three.
No force out, so you're not going to get that.
Oh, Giannis blocks Gasol right at the rim. Gasol stays there. Sheldon picks up the lead. 5 on the shot clock, 3 on the way. Conley. Middleton the rebound. By himself on the right side, takes it in to score. Again, he wants it back in the paint. Gets it behind the arc instead. Martin. Cross court, 3 on the way. Middleton. The middle is open. Conley works against Ersan Ilyasova. Goes to the house.
Are located. Let him get left. You see what happens.
Giannis flush from Middleton. Ejected in the fourth quarter. Second technical. Giannis paint. Glass good. And staying right with Conley. He nearly forced a turnover. Wow. Middleton. Ilyasova up and in off the rebound. 111. Giannis. Hands off Connaughton. He came from.
Here's Giannis going to put. Uh-oh.
5-second call.
Oh, they got
wait a minute.
Inbounds pass. I mean, it didn't look like an egregious amount of holding, and there's count. Uh-oh.
Timeout.
Darlingham saving that timeout. It's for Ilyasova.
Ilyasova gets it in for Middleton. Tough shot. It hit glass and